So, I really got to say what's on my heart this morning. You know, I got to give testimony. This morning when I got up, I didn't want to work out. I made all kinds of excuses already before my feet even hit the floor. But guys, it's only you holding you back. It's only you. You can make every excuse in the book, but it's only you. If you're not willing to put in the work, if you're not willing to do what it takes to get wherever you need to get in life, no matter what it is you're trying to do, if you're not willing to go that extra mile and you stop yourself and you make an excuse, that's the devil. It's the devil, guys. It is. Plain and simple. It's the devil. He's the one who tells you, oh, look, you're fat. Just eat some more. he got a hold of me. Obviously, look at my face. I have gained weight and I know it. And bless you people in the comments if you say I did not. But I have. And why? Well, you know, grief does a lot of things to you. And I've been grieving for a long time, guys. I've been grieving since my mom and my dad died. And I gotta change that. You know, at first it was okay to comfort myself with food, but guys, I've used it for years now. I mean, we're closing in on 7 years. I gotta stop. And I'm putting this out here and I'm testimonying for other people who are watching me right now, because you know what? Hey, I hate being on video, but you know what? I'm going to be on video because I got to give testimony. Because God is pushing me to do this right now. Because God is giving me this message to reach out to other people. So, you know, I know, I get it. Things are hard. Things are difficult. Everybody's different. I get that. But you know what? If you put God in control, God's way is always the same. He will give you the tools you need to do what you need to do. But don't be like the man on the ship. Okay, guys? Don't be that guy. If anyone hasn't heard that story, I'm sure a lot of people have. But you know, I'm going to share it right now. Because this is my video and I want to do it. So, think about it. This man is in a flood and he's standing on his house. He's in a flood. The first guy comes by. Oh no, I'm waiting on God to save me. The second boat comes by. Oh no, I'm waiting on God to save me. A helicopter finally comes above him. Oh no, I'm waiting on God to save me. Dude dies, goes to heaven. He says to God, God, why didn't you save me? God said, dude, I sent you 2 boats and a helicopter. Why didn't you use any of them? That's the point. God gives you people. That's what we are for each other. That's what life is about. It's what it's about. It's us being here for each other. He gives us the tools to do what we need to do. But those of us who are in denial, who say, I can't do it. It can't be done. You know what? Stop. Get your butt into church or listen to Christian music. Because I'm going to tell you, I didn't come to God the natural way. And this is where I'm going to share my testimony, guys, okay? My dad died. I was depressed. I was working at Thana Anthem Community College. I'm coming to work. I don't like working for the person I'm working for. I am being belittled every day, being picked apart every day. I wanted to die. I did. And then the devil started talking to me when I'm driving down the road. The devil goes, hey, you know what? Nobody gives a shit about you. Just kill yourself. Nobody cares. And I'm telling you, I heard that voice, and then the devil said, you want to be with your dad? Do it. Man, I tell you, that was the strongest temptation I ever faced from Satan himself. Because I almost did it. I pull up to Bash's. I get out. I get in the store. I come out. And I'm going to tell you what I was listening to. No shade on Billie Eilish, because I love Billie Eilish, okay? I do listen to her occasionally. But the song I was listening to on repeat at the time was not one that God would have liked. And it was a dark song. It was dark. Everything I was listening to was dark those days because it was angry. So I wanted to listen to angry music. I wanted to be angry all the time. 24/7. That's what I wanted to do, was to be angry. But guys, I get out of the store. I get in the car. I'm 15 minutes into driving when I realize my music changed. I'm listening to something different. And I don't pay attention until a woman gets on the radio and she's giving testimony about losing her dad. When I tell you that it hit me like 1,000 bricks in the head, that's what it did. You can see I still get emotional about this moment in my life because I pulled over on the side of the road and I gave my life to Christ in that moment. Because I knew that my dad did not go where I was going to go if I killed myself. And I knew that God didn't want me to die. I knew that. So when I say God will meet you where you are, man, he'll find you wherever you are. He'll find you on the street if you're a homeless person. He'll find you in the midst of your drug use. He will find you. I have had so many ups and downs in my life and so many changes. And I know a lot of people are going to be judgmental and say, well, Jean, nobody can be as perfect as you are. You know what? I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect at all. I'm an imperfect person. And so is everyone else on this earth. There's nobody perfect but one person, one being. And he created all of us. He's perfect. We are not perfect. We all have sin. We all face sin. But you got to motivate yourself. You got to find the things that you love. You got to find the things that make you happy. And most importantly, you can't judge others. I don't judge anybody. I pray for them. When people fight with me, when people get angry with me, I pray for them. When people want to elicit a response out of me, I pray for them. You know why? Because, and I'm going to tell you, I used to listen to people who talk like this, and I would laugh and say, yeah, right, that's so damn dumb. No, I'm not going to pray for somebody I hate. Pause. Because if this is something you struggle with, you might get triggered. You pray for people who hate you. Because if you don't, that anger and that poison rests inside of you. And it lives inside of you. So every time you think about that person you don't like, that anger boils up, and then the devil gets to take control of you. And the devil says, oh, you need to get back at that person. You need to say this. You need to say that. But you know what God says? God says, listen, you pray for them. You sit back and you let me handle everything that people throw at you. You let me carry you. Because that's what I got to do. And that's what we got to trust him with. Do people deserve forgiveness sometimes? Sometimes the answer is no for me, and I got to be honest with that. Yeah, sometimes I feel like, no, I can't. But I have to eventually come around to the fact where I say, you know what? Yeah, no, I'm not that person. Those of you who know me in my daily life, which are probably the only people who are watching this video, are probably going, yeah, she's not that person. I'm not. I'm not. I love everybody. I work at a nursing home. And I can tell you that I know every single person's name in the nursing home. I love everybody that much that I bother to remember everyone's name. You know why? Because if you know everyone's name and they're struggling, man, that good morning, that hi that you didn't say in the hallway might be the one thing that keeps them from doing something they regret at the end of their day. So with that, I'm going to say that's my testimony. I'm out here working on myself. I'm out here walking. I'm going to continue doing this because that's what I got to do. And maybe I'll just start doing God talks and walk and talk to you guys. Maybe that's what I'll do. Because I know God pushed me to do this testimony, and I'm really embarrassed because you know what? I have dental issues. I have all these things that are going on. But you know what? I love God. And I love all of you. And that's why I put this out here. So today, I'm going to spend my day in reflection. Because tomorrow, it's been a year since my friend died. And Camillus was somebody I worked closely with just before he died. A lot of people don't understand how much pressure that puts on somebody to have to carry someone else's words and finish a project that you started with him. But I did. And Teresa Newberry, thank you for helping me, because I don't think I would have got through that without you. So that's a direct shout out for you, Teresa, because, you know. And then Tuesday, it's my birthday. I will be 47 years old. 47. And most days I feel like I'm about 37. Physically, I probably feel like 57. So that's why we're out here walking, because I need to lose weight and get my joints back to normal. When you wake up in the morning and you hurt everywhere, it's time to do something. You know, like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm far from it. But I know that every single struggle in my life that I've ever gotten through, I've gotten through because of God. And that's why Wednesday becomes difficult too, because, you know, it'll be another anniversary for Grandma Laura. And, you know, nobody understands the solace you face when you worked and you were around a person every day for almost 2 years. You were there for everything they needed. You talked, you shared your feelings. And before she died, she called you a granddaughter. And said she was thankful you were in her life. You know what? I'm going to hang on to that memory and be proud of that. But guys, remember my message for today, okay? Remember the message. Don't let the devil make excuses for you. Don't do it. When everything else is falling apart around you, and man, you don't feel like you got nowhere, pick up your phone, listen to music, read a scripture, find something that has to do with God, and bring him to the forefront, and turn the rest of that crap down. Because that's the only way that you're going to get through it, is to put yourself in God's hands. And he will do it for you. He's done so much for me. He's going to continue to do so much for me. And I love this. Every morning I wake up grateful. And I'm sorry I talked a little long, but peace.